Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Live from Columbus, Ohio, it's Motown Downtown.
Motown Downtown, come on down to Motown Downtown.
Today's guest, NIOSAI.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
My name is Tyson Bruno, and here's your host, Mo Chocolate.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Motown Downtown, where we are here to guarantee that you will have a wonderful time and the greatest time. Yes, yes, yes. Hi to all the friends in chat. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming out tonight. Love y'all to death. Mwah. Thank y'all very much. Now, before we get started with the show, one last reminder, two reminders real quick. Don't forget to come on down and vote for Motown Downtown. For Best Podcast at the MDAs, tomorrow is the very last day to vote. So if you haven't voted yet, please consider voting for us. Please and thank you very much. Thank you. And also, basically, this is going to be our last stream for the month of July. Don't worry, we're going on vacation, taking a very well-deserved break. And after July is done, we will be back in full swing in the month of August. So see you then, alright? See you then. Okay, what the heck? Hot dogs? Well, let's just say that today's guest is very well worth the wait. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a legend in the house tonight. A man who's been providing content on YouTube like no other. Going above and beyond, playing every single video game in the series for your viewing pleasure. He is the creator of the Kingdom Hearts retrospective series and one of the funniest human beings I've ever met. So please, put your hands together for the one and only NIOSAI! There
Hi.
he is.
Oh, jeez.
What is up? Neo to the side with the glizzies in the background. Love it.
Thank you. This is actually where I am right now, too.
I believe that.
People
Yeah.
behind me, they're really dedicated.
I gotta say, Neo, out of all the guests I've had since 2021, no one's had a background like that before in the history of the show. So thank you for sticking out like we all know and love you for. So thank you.
Hey, I'm happy to provide that service.
Yeah, so for anyone watching right now who has no idea who you are, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, my name's NIOSAI. I'm just kidding. Imagine if this is how you found out. No, I'm just a guy who makes YouTube videos and just so happens that people like watching them, I guess. So that's cool. So yeah, that's what I am. I make gaming videos. I make videos about a lot of different games and genres, and it's just big old retrospectives that are me playing every game in the series. The idea originally was that they would just be like, 20 to 30 minute bite-sized kind of things. They have ballooned. They are now sometimes multiple hours long, but I'm working on something to amend that a little bit. But yeah, I try to make them well produced. I try to make them better and better every time. And I've got some crazy cool stuff cooking. So
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I, as a fan of your content, I love your videos, bro. Everyone watching loves your videos
Thank you.
because y'all don't understand. Like when he makes a retrospective, it's every single game that's ever came out in that series. So I've never seen anyone be that dedicated, that committed to a video. So, bro, props to you. Massive props to
I
you.
played VCast, guys. I played VCast. So that's a thing. That's a thing that happened. Thank you, though. I have one time ever, not counting games you can't get anymore. One time ever, I did miss a game in a series. It was very early on. And it's because the game I was not doing like a whole lot of research early on because it was still just like a fun thing I was doing. But I did miss. In my Shonen Jump video, there is a Game Boy game that was released only in Japan called Colt Jump. It's not very good, but I still my greatest regret.
Okay. Well, maybe you can do like a updated version, just
Oh yeah,
at one point.
that
yeah.
video's bad. That video's really bad. So yeah, I'm gonna redo it eventually.
Also, everyone watching right now, please tell me how the audio levels are. Is my guess too low, too high? Am I too low, too high? Please tell me, and I'll adjust it. So, first question is, Neo, how did you get into video games? And what were you team Nintendo, Sega, or PlayStation?
So, I don't think I've ever actually told this story. Okay, my mom was a gamer. She was like a PC gamer. She played like she was a big Might and Magic kind of Baldur's Gate kind of person. She had like a world record briefly for a speed run of one of the earlier Ultima games.
Wow.
Like real thing. But no, back in like the 90s, because I'm a boomer. Back in the 90s, me and my sister. I don't remember how it happened. We had played games at like a cousin's house or something, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And so my mom acquired a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis around the same time. And the very first video game I ever played was either Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Sorry,
Wow.
The Legend of Zelda. The reason I don't know is because I think I played them on the same day. So I can't remember which one was first. They're both in my top games of all time for that reason, and also they're just excellent games. But I was kind of like both Nintendo and Sega. I wasn't really on the PlayStation bandwagon until like I want to say we had a PS1. We got it, but honestly, come to think of it, I was more of a Nintendo kid because the Nintendo 64, I played the heck out of that thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite games ever made. I know that's a really I'm super special, but no, and Star Fox 64, Super Smash Brothers, that stuff was incredible. Then the timeline goes, we went and got and also, true fact, when I got the Nintendo 64, me and my sister came home from school, not knowing that we got a Nintendo 64. We came home to find my mom sitting on a chair in front of the TV playing Star Fox 64. Specifically to taunt us, and it was the Pikachu Nintendo 64.
Nice.
And I have it in that closet next to me right now. Actually, I can't get it right now,
Because you're
it's there.
surrounded by the glizzies.
Yeah, like there is a closet at this Glizzy convention. But I'm just giving the full timeline for the record. So we got a PS1. Don't remember when or how we got it. Played Legend of Dragoon on that bad boy.
Nice.
Played Final Fantasy. No, I didn't play a Final Fantasy game until we got a PS2. And when we got the PS2, I got to pick a game, and my sister got to pick a game. I picked Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. My sister picked Final Fantasy X. But we both, like, my sister wasn't super into Jak and Daxter. I was. However, we got really both into Final Fantasy X.
Amazing.
And then that led to us getting previous Final Fantasy games. So we played 7, we played 8, we played 9. Never beat 8 because we moved across the country and I lost my memory cards. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to play 8 without saving a single time. There's a point in 8 where the game explicitly tells you, hey, before you use this item, save. I lost my save that day.
Oh, no.
So I'm not gonna go into specifics because it's really funny. But let's see. After the PS2, after the PS2, we got an Xbox 360 for Christmas a few years later, and with that, we got Soul Calibur 4. So that was awesome.
Soul Calibur
and
4,
the
nice.
The Xbox version had Yoda. whereas the PS3 version had Darth Vader. And then after that, I got a PS3 for my 16th birthday. And then from there, it was just kind of like whatever was coming out on whatever. And then I'm now primarily a PC person.
Nice,
Since
nice.
2019 is when I started doing PC stuff. And then 2021 is when I started doing YouTube and all that.
Incredible. Well, there's the timeline, y'all. There you
That's
go.
the full Neo timeline.
I love it. Another Motown Downtown exclusive. So tell me about, like, what was your inspiration to start doing content creation? Well, like, what was your big inspiration, the big driving force to start posting videos on YouTube and stuff?
So, I mean, believe it or not, my YouTube account has been around since 2006.
Wow.
I was posting random stuff that I would be too embarrassed to share now. It's all either unlisted or privated. But there's a lot of stuff of me being just super cringe. Like one of the things a Gaia Online film, like a contest thing that they were doing, and I bet half the people here don't even know what Gaia Online is. But eventually, though, back in 2021, I was going through a pretty rough time with some family stuff. And I had watched a video on YouTube that like where it involved every Call of Duty game, and I was like, thank you. But I was like, you know, do I own all of any kind of game? And Soul Calibur, actually, I found out I owned every single Soul Calibur game. So I was like, I mean, might as well just make a video, like kind of like going through the timeline of the games. Made that video, released it. Didn't think much about it. Didn't do super well, but I was like, that was fun. Are there any other games? And I was like, I have all but the Japanese-only JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games. So I actually got those on eBay, imported them. I still, just to let you know, secretly, I still emulated them, but I do have them. But I made that video. And then after I made that video, I released it, expecting it to not do well, but I was enjoying it. It was keeping my mind off things. Then, like literally within probably I want to say within 24 hours of releasing that video, and it had probably 20 views or something. My mom's health took a nosedive, and like less than a week later, I lost my mom. But in that time, though, while everything was happening, we actually, like, my mom got to see the very first time that my video started blowing up.
Oh.
She obviously never found out anything after that, but she did see that JoJo video blow up. So that was pretty cool. I'm not crying. My eye just got itchy at the most inopportune time.
My condolences, buddy. Sending virtual hugs your way, okay?
Appreciate that, man. I'm not like bummed. I mean, I'm sad, but obviously, like, I'm not like sad in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm good. I've handled it. But anyways, I was like, wow, people really like this stuff, and I think in the time after that, some other really awful things happened that really shouldn't happen so close to each other. And so I was like, might as well just keep making videos if people are going to keep watching them, right? So that's kind of what ended up happening. And then eventually, it got to a point where my wonderful spouse, Burb, is like, I know that you were unemployed, but if this keeps on making money, you can just keep doing this. And so when I say it makes money, just know that the amount of, when I say YouTuber money, it's think about whatever you think YouTuber, like a YouTuber of my size makes per month, and then divide that by about 50. And then subtract another 20% off of that. That's how much I make per month. Anyways, but yeah, no, I found out that I love it. I love doing it. It's my favorite
fun.
thing.
It really is.
The only job I've ever enjoyed having.
Amen to that. And shout out to Burb, who's in the chat right now. Thank you for swinging by. Everyone in chat, thank you for swinging by. You're all the best. Love y'all to death. And here's a question I've been looking forward to asking you the most: the story behind your online username, the NIOSAI. Every content creator has a unique story on how they came up with that username. So, what is the story behind NIOSAI?
So, this one's fun. Okay, so what's funny is I get to reference Gaia Online again. That's a lot of fun. So, I made an account for Gaia Online, which is it's like an avatar forum thing. It still exists. You can still visit it. And my username, which is at the time, I was a child and I didn't know what to make my username. And my sister, don't even know where she got it from, but she was like, "How about this?" And she helped me set up the username. And it was Saisuke-san. So SAISUKE-SAN. And I didn't know what that meant. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And it was not related to Naruto. In fact, growing up, I didn't have any interest whatsoever in Naruto. So like I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool name, and it was a very weeb-centric kind of like website, anyways. So yeah, and the username was fine at the time, but then eventually in like 2000 some, I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops on my Xbox 360, and my username was the same thing. That's what I used everywhere, and I was getting into voice chats with people because people still did voice chat back then, and you wouldn't believe how many people were like, "Hey, you spelled Sasuke wrong," and I'm like, "That's not even what my username is," and like. I was genuinely getting tired of it. It actually put me off of Naruto even more. It made me go from indifferent about Naruto to actively not liking it. So eventually, I finally had enough, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick a different username. But I wanted to somehow incorporate, because I'm sentimental. I wanted to somehow incorporate the Sasuke thing. And so I was like, is there anything I can do with Sai? And then I was brainstorming it. I put weirdly a lot of thought into this. Initially, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for like new. So Neo, NEOSAI. And I almost went with that, but I was like, I kind of want the symmetry. So I changed the E to an I, so it's NIOSAI, and that's the story. I just stuck with it. And weirdly enough, it's a 6-letter word. Barely, like, nobody had that username anywhere. Like, you know, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to get a 6-letter like username anywhere.
Yeah.
That isn't like doesn't have anything added onto it. So that's the story. That's where NIOSAI came from.
Amazing. Now you know, chat. Now you know. That's amazing. Now, I'm assuming like back in those days they made a lot of like Neo the Matrix jokes with your username.
No, and I think that's because I didn't go with NEO. Thank God. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, okay. So, now you start posting videos on YouTube and stuff. What would you say was the first video that like really took off? Your first big viral video.
It was the JoJo video.
Gotcha.
That's the video that like launched my channel. Yeah.
Gotcha.
After that, the videos were doing really well actually, but
yeah.
The only other video to ever pop off quite to that degree was weirdly enough, because I was just making like anime-related videos because that's what people were watching.
Yeah.
But one day I decided to make an Elder Scrolls video. And I only covered the main series games. I didn't cover the spin-offs. That came later. But that Elder Scrolls video I did not expect to perform the way it did. It is the #1 performing video on my channel ever. And it is what I consider to probably be my actual worst video. It's so bad. It's not a good video. I got so much wrong in that video.
It really is crazy how the one video that one you put a lot of effort into does okay, but the one you're like, meh about just blows up. Isn't that crazy how that just works sometimes?
Yeah, it's soul crushing. It's actually soul crushing.
I've been there, buddy.
This video is my baby. It's my masterpiece.
I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it. But yeah, I've been there. So going back to your YouTube channel, what would you say is the one video you are the most proud of, like to this day? If someone were to ask you, you're like, this one right here, mwah, chef's kiss, perfect. Which video would that be and why?
So when it comes to just like okay, so I have certain things in different videos that I'm most proud of. But I've also I've kind of gone through a progression in my what I consider to be like my abilities to edit and produce and make good content.
Yeah.
When it comes to obviously there's gonna be recency bias, but also it's the most time-consuming video I've ever made. It's the Kingdom Hearts video, obviously.
Yes.
However, one of my favorite things I've ever done on my channel was painstakingly created like this really cool opening for my second Street Fighter video. I think it was the second one. So proudest video, definitely Kingdom Hearts, and I consider all of those one video, even though they're not all out yet. But one of my proudest single pieces of things I've ever made, even though I could do it better now, was probably that Street Fighter intro. That stuff was, mwah. Oh man,
nice.
So good.
I don't think I've seen that yet, but after the show, I'll definitely check that out.
I literally had to separate the stems of a song to get a vocalist version. So, yeah.
That's when you know you put in that extra work. Now, what would you say was the one video that took the longest amount of work? You said it was the Kingdom Hearts one?
Yeah, I mean, okay, Kingdom Hearts is going to take the answer for all of those. If you want an answer about a video that isn't Kingdom Hearts, since that one by default, because that one I started working on in 2022 maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I can look at the timestamps of when I first started streaming KH1, which was how I started doing it. But behind that, I would say the most time-consuming video from beginning to end, probably. You know what? I think I know what it is. It is probably my remade Budokai Tenkaichi video, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, okay.
That thing took forever.
Because there's so many
that one-
games.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of I had some people involved. I brought some people on because I really enjoyed the Kingdom Hearts collaboration stuff that I was doing. So I brought in some other creators that kind of dipped their toes in Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah.
And no, that one was a ton of fun. And well, actually, was it Tenkaichi or just OG Budokai? It might have been OG Budokai. It was OG Budokai. It was one of those. It was the remake of one of those videos. So yeah, it was one of those two. I can't remember off the top of my head, but those took forever because also I was working on a supercut at the time, which was like me putting together a bunch of Dragon Ball videos I made plus some new Dragon Ball stuff. And so for that one, something that I don't think a lot of people know is that the song at the beginning of that, which is the OG Dragon Ball Japanese theme, that that rock cover of the song, there's a full version of it, and I made it.
Wow. This man made a whole ass song.
All the music you hear in like the intro and the transitions of the Kingdom Hearts videos, I made those too.
Well, damn, bro. That just wow. That is because. I mean, most people like download the ones on YouTube for you, but for you to make them from scratch is super impressive. It really is.
Now, let me be clear.
GG.
The actual music that plays when I'm talking about like the worlds and stuff, like the long, like those are just from the games, obviously. I'm talking about just like the intro song, like the Dive to the Heart music, for example, or like whenever I'm doing the transition and it's like that short blurb of a song from the game. Those I custom made, yeah.
Alrighty, yeah.
And actually, I'm pretty freaking excited because one of them is better than the rest of them for one of those intros, but it's not going to be until part 4 that I get to use it. I'm
Amazing.
super sad about that.
Well, like I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. There's a Dragon Ball right here actually on the set.
I see it.
Yeah, so that's a 4-star ball actually too. But yeah, so I'm a big fan. So I like that might be the first video of you I saw. I'm like, wait, he's reviewing every single game in the series? That is insane. Subscribe. Because that's level of dedication I could never. So that's why I'm like super impressed by what you do, buddy. For real. Since
I can tell you actually like Dragon Ball, I'll give you an exclusive. In my Dragon Ball Supercut, I actually cut out one of the reviews I was going to put in there. And that is to say there's a full completed script and some voiceover and all the footage is recorded for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The only reason I didn't release it was because I'm actually going to, instead of having it in the supercut, I'm gonna do a Dragon Ball RPGs video because there's weirdly a lot of them.
A lot,
and Kakarot is getting some pretty major DLC later this year, so might as well have that in there too. So that way, you know, I'm not instantly dating the video, you know. So yeah,
that game
nobody else knows that, for the record.
Yeah, another Motown Downtown exclusive. You're welcome, chat. Thank you, Neo, for blessing us with that. But like, yeah, like the DBZ Kakarot just refuses to end. Like it's been what?
That game is so good though.
There's so much content. Like
it's really good.
They need to make like a Legacy of Goku bundle where it has all the DLC in one package. Because there's so much.
I'm sure they will, like on Switch 2 or something.
That'd be amazing, yeah. So my next question is, what advice would you give to someone that wants to start a YouTube career right now? Like they want to start posting on YouTube, don't.
I'm dead serious. Don't get into YouTube to try to make it a career. Get into YouTube because you like making stuff.
Yeah. I meant more like that, like doing it for like fun and potentially a career down the line. Like, what advice would you give them?
Find something that, okay, if I could go back and tell myself that this is what I'd be doing, I would probably not start doing it, actually. So I'm going to choose my words carefully.
All right.
If you decide, I want to make something, this sounds like fun. It sounds like a lot of fun to make, I don't know, I want to make a video about cooking or something, okay? Make that video. Do it, right? Because your heart's in it. Make the video, even if it's bad. Now, take all the entire process that you went through making that video and think, could I feasibly, like, could I mentally be okay doing this every single day for the rest of my life? If the answer is no, maybe just make some videos sometimes and, you know, have a good time with it? If the answer is yes, then you probably have some potential. However, just don't go into it expecting success because it is genuinely a lottery. The odds of you winning the lottery 10 times in a row, which is basically nigh impossible, is probably higher than making it huge on YouTube, because there's just so many weird factors and changing trends and changing YouTube algorithms. And
The
like
algorithm, oh god.
you have to get very, very lucky.
Yeah.
And that's something that, and the thing is that like, that doesn't mean like, when I said don't, I mean don't go into it to make a career.
Yeah.
I meant like, do go into it. There are so many talented people that are not as successful as I am, and I'm not even that successful, but like that are still not as successful as I am, that have more talent than I'll ever have, and they can't make it because they just didn't get lucky, and I did. So it's not. I'm not trying to be a bummer. I'm sorry. It's just
all
that
good.
I get asked this question a lot, and the answer, like a lot of people, like, because I'm gonna get real here for a second.
Go ahead.
There have been polls that have been done where the number one job that kids want when they grow up is like YouTuber, content creator. They don't realize, and I've talked about this anytime I'm on a podcast, I bring this up. I'm realizing now, every podcast I've ever been on, I've said this exact thing. What they need to realize is that when you watch a NIOSAI video, you see, like, let's say it's a half-hour video. You're like, wow, he got to play all these games, and then he released a video of him playing all these games. He gets to play games all day. I'll tell you, any NIOSAI video, playing the games, it's maybe 10% of it. The rest of it is sitting in front of a computer, editing and recording. I was done, like, the Kingdom Hearts videos, the 4 or 5 hour Kingdom Hearts videos that have taken over a year for me to, like, or like a couple of years, actually. I was done playing Kingdom Hearts. I played through literally the entire series in 2023. I've been done. I've been done for literal years, and the videos still aren't done. So that's something that a lot of people don't, I think they don't realize that. They can't, like, conceptualize it because all they see is the final product, right?
Yeah.
So I think that when kids want to be a YouTuber or a content creator or whatever, they want to have that thinking that the start and end of it is what they see on the screen. Everything else is gravy. It's like, oh, just do that. There's more to it, though. You know, there's way more to it.
100%.
You know, you run.
Oh, yeah.
You're running a thing right now. Like what we're seeing here, a whole bunch of things happen behind the scenes to make this happen. Right?
A lot, yeah, a lot. Like everything, chat. Everything you're seeing from the intro to the music to the desk took years of work, but you know what? It was worth it. It really is.
Oh yeah. And the thing is that if you are the kind of person that's like, I'm really liking doing this, I want to make this a career, right? That right there is enough for me to say, go for it, try it. Just don't be like heartbroken if it doesn't work out, because it's really easy to attribute failures to yourself and not to just how something like YouTube works. Because you could make the great, like I was talking about, like there are people that are way smaller than me that are talented, and you could make the greatest thing that's ever been seen. Doesn't matter if YouTube doesn't push it, and there's nothing you can do. So
facts, yeah.
That's the.
It's funny, bro, because my current YouTube channel is like, and I think, and stop me if I already told you this, but like my current YouTube channel is like my second YouTube channel, because the one before I was at like 20K, and it was very active, it was doing very well, and then it just disappears. I get like 15 copyright strikes because I did a lot of Just Dance videos. And and Ubisoft sent me those strikes, and they told me if I remove them all, they'll relinquish me the strikes, and I removed all the videos, but my channel was still taken down. And so it still stings to this day, but by some miracle,
I respect a lot that you're still doing this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine.
I respect a lot that after that you kept going. So that's pretty cool.
I love content creation, man. That's the thing. And it's like, and by some miracle, my current channel is now over 10K subs. So thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all. Thank you all. But fuck you, Ubisoft. But yeah, speaking of communities, NIOSAI, my next question is like, what do you think about the community that you built from the ground up? And is there any shout-outs you would like to give?
What do I think about the community?
Yeah.
They're pretty pleasant. I like them a lot. Like, I try not to, how do I put this? this is something again that it's gonna make me come off as snobby. When it comes to interacting with people in the community, I try to keep like a level of like separation. Obviously, like I'm not uncomfortable talking to like community members like directly.
Yeah.
However, I go out of my way to make sure that nothing. So far, thankfully, there's been no kind of parasocial things happening.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
think I don't even think I'm big enough for that to happen, anyways. But I get nervous when it comes to talking about the community because again, I love them. They're fantastic. I just am scared, I guess, of like even accidentally being perceived as like I don't know, taking advantage or being weird, I guess, because I don't think I'm a weird person, but I wouldn't want anyone to think I'm a weird person,
Yeah,
if that makes
yeah,
sense, you know?
yeah.
But at the same time, I like there are a lot of people that are regulars in my Discord server that are just they've been there forever. You have like Mr. Bio, Jake the Snake, you have Gnome. I think I'm pronounced as it's spelled Nomejaexiste, I think. There's just so many really cool people that are regulars. They're people like I see them and it's like a comforting thing. However, and if you're watching this and I didn't name you, I promise you, it's not that I forgot you. I'm not about to draw a bunch of unwanted attention to people that didn't ask. So it's just that like I don't know, like I guess my connection to my community, I'm not on camera a lot in my videos and stuff, and I have to wonder if that makes me like less connected to the people in my community maybe. But the thing is that like I'm not going to start changing my style now cuz clearly the people that are there for the style that's there. So
Okay.
I don't know, like I'm not saying I feel disconnected. I'm rambling a little bit. I'm not saying I feel disconnected from my community, but I am saying that like the community that I'm closest with when it comes to my actual like community of people that support me is basically people in the Discord server. And this is not me plugging my Discord. I'm just saying that like they're the ones that I really interact with. Like I respond to comments. I still read. I made this is another mistake I made. Don't make this mistake. In one of my earliest videos, I said, drop a comment. I read every single one. That was a mistake.
Oh,
Don't
no.
say that because I still, to this day, read every single comment. But yeah, no, the people that I interact with directly the most are the people in my Discord server, and there are a lot of them that have been there since 2021. It's actually kind of crazy.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it's I personally want to give a shout out to Bambina Fofina because thanks to her is how you and I met and led to all this. So thank you.
What's funny
Thank you, Bessie
is
Bina,
you
for that.
Are how Bambina, by the way, is fantastic.
Yes.
And
yes.
am I allowed to plug someone else's thing here?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. It's not a competing thing, I promise. Bambina is starting up a podcast.
Yes, she is.
It's a fantastic thing. You probably already know about it, but it's great. It's called Washed. Check it out. Please check it out. It's
yeah.
so good. It's
Please,
so
yeah.
good.
Please plug it in chat, please, and thank you. Go sub to the homie Bambizi Foshizi.
I've seen some of the stuff she's working on. It's ridiculously good.
I love it.
But no, I was actually going to tell you. I feel like you already knew this. You know that I only knew of Bambina through watching this very show, right?
It all comes back in full circle. I love it. I love it.
So the fact that put Bambina on my radar. So I think that's kind of funny.
Well, it is. I love it when my friends meet my other friends and then they become friends. That is the best feeling in the world, for real.
Yeah, you surround yourself with some pretty cool people, clearly.
So, now we're gonna move on to the first topic of the show. We're gonna talk about Super Smash Brothers. And I'm sure you know why. So, NIOSAI, do you have a favorite and least favorite? Favorite besides Sora. Favorite and least favorite Smash Brothers reveal trailer.
That's a great question. And believe it or not, actually, I love Sora. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game series. Not even my favorite reveal trailer.
Okay.
That one actually probably goes to Sephiroth.
Nice.
That was so good.
Nice.
Like the essentially redoing the Advent Children thing, making it seem like Mario got impaled is so funny. Everything about that trailer was actually fantastic.
It's so hype.
It was so good. Like, there's no, I don't know how to put into words how first off talented, because like Sakurai clearly like clearly does his research on these things. There were so many little things in that trailer that were just really, really cool. However, I will say it does kind of bother me that Cloud and Sephiroth both never got English voiceover, but Sora did. Even though it was reused
That's
from like
actually
Dream
a
Drop
good.
Distance, I think.
That's a good point.
But
I never noticed that. Wow.
they even gave Marth English, so I don't know what that's. And by the way, I have to drop this in here. For anybody that's wondering, I am a Fire Emblem Roy main in Super Smash Bros.
Hell
And
yeah.
have been since Melee.
Hell yeah.
I briefly, whenever he wasn't in Smash 4, I was Lucina, but then I went back to Roy.
It's maybe they feel like Cloud and Sephiroth sound better in their Japanese voice actors. Maybe.
Might have just been like a, I don't know. Might have just
Licensing.
been like a weird like licensing thing. I don't know.
Fine by me. So now, what about your least favorite?
My least favorite reveal trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, none of them were really bad. Are we talking about like modern reveal trailers, not like the Brawl days?
Like
where it was just
every
like dropping it on the website.
yeah, any reveal trailer ever.
My least favorite reveal trailer.
Mine is Steve. I'm not a Minecraft fan. If you are, cool. I'm not. But I straight up ended the stream and I went back to bed. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
To be clear, like Steve is not my favorite. Like I like Minecraft, but I mean I just like Minecraft.
Yeah.
The Steve trailer I actually really liked just because like no one in a million years saw that coming.
No one
right?
did.
That was
yeah.
so goofy.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. Which one was the one where like basically nothing happened? Was it Min Min's trailer? It might have been Min Min's trailer.
Min Min is just Captain Falcon eating, basically.
Yeah, there's like eating ramen or something,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
very
like,
dramatic,
I liked
too.
the art style.
Yeah.
I liked the art style they did for that trailer, but the trailer was just kind of, I felt nothing,
Yeah.
I guess.
I can see that, yeah. So, NIOSAI, if you could pick one character to appear in Smash Brothers, no questions asked, who would it be and why?
All right, I've thought about this a lot. And my gut wants to say Goku, but there's a character who deserves it more. There is a character who genuinely, by this point, they're doing it out of spite. And that character is Waluigi.
Yes!
Where is he? Where's the...
Wah.
Where is he?
I feel like for the last Smash Brothers game ever, that's the last character they're going to reveal. Save the best for the very last. Because I'm sure they're aware of the memes and stuff like that.
It's not even a meme thing. It's okay, look at any Mario Party game from, like, obviously before the current ones where they're adding all these brand new characters. Well, actually, even the current ones. Almost everybody in any Mario Party game is on that roster except for Waluigi. It makes no sense.
No sense.
He's got his own identity. Why is he not there?
It's on purpose at this point, yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. They've got the voice actor. Well, they had, but now they still do. They have the voice actor already in the game playing like 4 other characters. Put Luigi in there. Or not Luigi, Waluigi in there. Luigi's already in there.
That'd
But after
be
that,
amazing.
Goku, because the whole Sakurai thing is like they have to have like a, it has to be important to gaming history. I don't know if Min Min is important to gaming history, Sakurai. Like ARMS was an okay game from what I heard, but I don't think that people are gonna recognize Min Min over Wario.
I agree.
Or not Wario, Waluigi.
I agree.
Like, and then like with Goku, like you wouldn't believe how crazy like people go for Dragon Ball games. Dragon Ball games have been around longer than most people playing video games right now have been alive.
I agree. I mean, there is a way. I mean, this is actually a video I've been meaning to do. There is a way to get Goku in the game. Basically,
is it modding?
No, basically, there's. Are you familiar with the fighting game by Capcom, Power Stone?
I am vaguely familiar with it. Yeah.
There's a character.
It's like an arena fighter thing.
Yeah. There's a character in that game who's basically a ripoff of the Super Saiyan. Like he goes all yellow hair, and his attack is called the Super Dragon Ball. I'm not even joking. Like I'm surprised they haven't like pressed charges on them. It is that much of a ripoff.
I think it's just vague enough that they can get away with it. Like the the dollar store brand Goku.
Pretty much, yeah.
Goku.
That'd be the one way to get him in, yeah. Now, last question regarding Smash Bros. Is, what was your reaction when you saw Sora be announced as the next character? Where were you, and what was your reaction?
I think it was, I was just watching it on my computer. I was actually not in any calls or anything like that. I was, I think, alone. Or at least, if at the very least, no, I might have been with Burb, actually.
Okay.
But, it was kind of disbelief, I feel like. I was like, what's going on here? Like, whenever they have, Mario holding, like, the shinies, whatever they were.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? And then, the keyhole showed up, and I was like, this has got to be a misdirect, right? Like, there's no way. And then Sora comes out, and I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here, like, trying to, like, just go, what? Huh? Like, I was like, what? Like, I think that I wasn't, like, screaming. I was more like, because I think I was looking for ways to make it, like, to where, I'm looking at Sora on the screen, but, like, I'm trying to convince myself, no, this is a misdirect. It's not actually Sora. But then the trailer ends, and it's like, Sora, if he is finally here, I think is what it said. And, yeah, no, I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I did make note of the fact that they went out of their way to, not show anybody else holding the Keyblade. That was something I immediately noticed from the gameplay presentation. So that was fun.
It is my favorite gaming moment my entire life. When people ask me, what is your favorite moment in all of video games, it's that moment, bro. Because I legit was not expecting any of that. Because, I argued back and forth with people on Twitter saying, oh, Sora can't get in, Sora for Smash, blah, blah, blah. Like, people were saying, he's never getting in, meh. And I would go back and forth. But eventually, I started to believe them. Because I'm like, oh, Cloud's in, Sephiroth's in, yeah, Sora's not getting in. Oh, he's in, the fuck? So, yeah, I was genuinely surprised when that happened.
I actually might have a second trailer tied for my favorite, like, character reveal. And people who've seen it, it hits. Joker's reveal was so unexpected and so, like, on brand. Like, there was nobody had any clue that that's where that was going, because it was in the traditional animation style from, like, the Persona games.
Yeah.
And he has, like, the letter, but no one is, like, thinking Smash Brothers, right? Especially because, yeah, I love Jonkler. No one is thinking this is a Smash Brothers thing. They think it's like a Persona 5, like what ended up being Royal, right? So people were probably like, oh, this is going to be like a Persona 5 port for the Switch or something, or, but no, then it flips around and you see the Smash logo and people are like, what? So, yeah, another big disbelief thing.
Yeah, and they actually filmed audio for the Game Awards specifically, which made it even better. Yeah, and what's up?
Out.
What's up, DM? Biggest Persona fan on planet Earth. What's up, buddy? Love you, DM. So, so speaking of Sora, now we're gonna go into the second topic I know you are very familiar with. Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah, this is.
Wait, is that the Square Enix one?
Yes.
Is that the one with that's the one with the little slimes, right? The little slime guys.
Pretty much.
No.
One has a slime, yes.
I'm thinking of the one with the vampire dude with the dual revolvers, right?
I mean, there's someone who is vampire-esque in Kingdom Hearts, so maybe it's the same game.
What? Wait, no, Kingdom Hearts. Which one? What year did that one come out?
2002.
2002. Is that the one with the dude with the? He's got like the weird like the thing where he's got like the blue ball and he can breathe underwater even though he can't, and they never explain it. Jeez, what is that?
What is that name? Chat. Oh. What chat? Do y'all know what game he's talking about? What character he's talking about?
Can you refresh me? What is Kingdom Heart? Kingdom of Hearts?
Well, I mean, honestly, I thought it was called Kingdom Farts. It was like people.
Kingdom Farts.
Slapping my knees with comedy.
Bro's talking about blue balls. I just had to
hey
look at that.
But yeah, so tell me, like, the only blue ball here is that shirt in the background with a blue shirt, pretty much.
Huh?
In your picture, your background picture.
Oh,
a guy with a blue shirt holding a blue ball. Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, no, what? Oh, who's this guy? Whoa, that's creepy. I don't know why. There's something.
He teleported there from the 1930s, apparently. all black and white.
Looks like he was spliced in. Sorry.
But yeah, so moving away from a blue balls. So tell me about your earliest
that's the next
impression.
discussion topic,
The next
okay.
one, yeah, that's the After Dark special, basically. So like, what were your early thoughts when you saw Kingdom Hearts for the very first time?
So, weirdly enough, this is gonna be another exclusive, but you got to keep this one on the DL. Because I'm going to be mentioning this somewhere else very soon.
Gotcha. Chad, no one say anything. Shh.
So, I've always been a big Disney person. Thanks to my sister, who imparted that upon me. I should have probably told her that I was doing this, because she would have loved to hear the story. But I was just barely getting into like Final Fantasy, because like Final Fantasy X was kind of like the, like, you know, it was around the time when I was just discovering Final Fantasy games. And so it was all still fresh to me. And then I see the trailer for Kingdom Hearts on TV with my sister, and my sister wants it way more badly than I do. And it's just, hey, what's up?
Oh my God, Chad, we got a raid. Hi
Welcome,
there,
gamer.
Spaghetti Bros. Yeah. What's
you just
up?
missed the Blue Balls discussion.
We
Sorry.
did, yeah, we did. You'll have to rewind it once it's up on YouTube. What's up, everybody? Oh, is that K? RPG? What's up, K? What's up, Spaghetti Bros? Thank you. And there's guides. There's guides. Oh snap! Hi guys. Hi everybody. We're interviewing our guest NIOSAI today on the great Motown Downtown Season 3.5. Yeah, thank you all for the raid. Can we just shout out, please, for Spaghetti Bros and all the homies in chat that also stream? Thank you very much. Hi, Jay. Hi,
Shout
Aqua.
out for all 67 people.
There's 67? Goddamn. Oh, we're so close to 69. Nice. So, yeah. So, we're actually talking about Kingdom Hearts right now.
Wait. Yeah, that's great timing, by the way.
Yeah,
'cause we literally were not talking about Kingdom Hearts for the last hour, and now you guys joined right as we started discussing it.
Pretty much.
So, look at that. Me delaying with that dumb bit worked out.
Perfecto. So, yeah. So, NIOSAI, tell us how you got into, how you discovered, how you became a Kingdom Hearts fan. Go.
Okay, I'll start back over from the beginning. So, basically, actually, while you have all these people, let me just say, check out Bambino Filipino's Washed podcast.
Yes.
Plugging it again. Sorry.
Yes.
Anyways, so me and my sister, I was
Go
always
sub.
a Disney person. I was just getting into Final Fantasy for the first time with like 10, and then I was playing 7, 8, 9. You know, didn't play the older ones until I was like a teenager or older, so those were not in the equation at the time. Fortunately, there's not that many classic Final Fantasy references in KH1 anyways. But we saw the commercial, and my sister, I was interested, but my sister was very, very interested. And I was like, it's probably going to be fine. Like, I don't think I fully comprehended it because I was a little bit younger than she was. I was like, let's see, this was 2002, like early 2002. So that would have made me like 9-ish, 8 or 9. So we see this commercial. We say, Mom, I want that. We need that. We eventually do get it, obviously. Otherwise, what would this conversation even be about? So my sister, I watched her play it at first. I had my own save file, but she was so far ahead that I watched her play it. She would let me play sometimes. She definitely let me attempt the Riku fight a couple of times. I'm getting somewhere with this. This is beyond the scope of what you asked, but this is how I got into Kingdom Hearts. However, I have a fun story. So, you know, we play through the game, really enjoy it. I get online and, theorize about BHK and stuff because we did play also Chain of Memories on the GBA. But, Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, announced, everything's cool. I'm stoked now. I'm, like, on the same level as my sister. Now I'm going to tell you a very sad story. The day the game comes out, I believe was a school night. And my sister she had a bedtime, but it was later than mine. And we started playing the game for like 15 minutes. And then my mom said, okay, NIOSAI, you have to go to bed. And my sister continued to play the game. And I will tell you, I scream-sobbed.
Oh, wow.
I scream-sobbed. I was so sad.
Oh,
So,
man.
Yeah, KH2 I ended up playing through solo whenever my sister wasn't playing it, I believe. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. That's my story of my introduction to the Kingdom Hearts series.
All right.
Was kind of interested, played it, became obsessed.
Yeah, we're all obsessed. We're all going to an actual convention because you're all obsessed. Yes. See you all at Reconnect next week. That is it's next week, man. That's beyond insane.
I was a big crybaby, actually. I just want to make that clear. I cried so much growing up.
Me too, actually.
A ridiculous. Yeah, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. It was probably more annoying to your parents, but
yeah, but I with the Kingdom Hearts, you are not a Kingdom Hearts fan if you don't cry playing the game. Just saying.
Okay, I have a story that I have never shared.
Go on.
At least not publicly. So, whenever the 2.8 collection came out, I didn't watch back cover like for at least like a year after I got that. So I was not aware that there was a special version of Dearly Beloved on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was like finally getting around, I was like, I should probably finally watch this. I open it up and find out there's a title screen with a brand new version of Dearly Beloved, and Burb can vouch. I actually cried when I heard it.
Wow.
Because I did not know, and it was really good because it was in a very different. It's in a different. Like it's not. It's a little more deep than the normal ones are. Yeah. See, Burb can confirm. Burb was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the music is just on a whole nother level. That's one of the many things that we love about Kingdom Hearts. So tell me about what was it like for you, Neo, when you played Kingdom Hearts 3 for the very first time? When you popped it into your PS4 and you saw the title on your screen, like that moment, what was going through your mind? What was it like playing the game for the very first time?
So, first off, I literally sat in the title screen to hear Dearly Beloved. And by this point, Burb, finally, I had caught Burb up on the story, so that was cool. I was worried that that wasn't going to happen. But now, booting the game up, fantastic experience. Got it, launch day, and started playing it. The problem is that I was trying to blitz it.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to play it really fast, which, in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, yes, and you want to hear the worst part about that? So within 48 hours of the game being out, I was on Reddit, and I was not on the Kingdom Hearts subreddit. I was in like the movies subreddit, and this is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers. I mean, if you're in this podcast, you probably already know.
Spoiler alert!
Somebody was talking, and it's actually going to be a spoilers for a Marvel movie that came out back in like 2018, 2019, Avengers Infinity War. Somebody mentioned something about that, talking about Thanos dusting people.
Oh, no.
And somebody's like, yeah, it's really funny when Thanos dusts people in places you don't expect. And it was a GIF, and I clicked it. You'll never guess. You'll never guess what it was.
Yup. Oh, no.
I was in like Monstropolis when I saw this, for the record. Yeah. So,
my friend Mary got the same spoiler too. I'm just like, oof.
I hate that so much. Like, I didn't know the context. I didn't want to know the context.
Yeah.
But like that hurt. But yeah, Burb can attest to this also. I played through that game in a speed that didn't even let me enjoy it fully when I was playing through it. So, like I liked it though. I did like it.
Yeah.
Ouchie, ouch. By the way,
Ouchie,
but
ouch.
no, I did like it. I didn't have like all the crazy same criticisms, but that's because I'm gonna be that guy. I'm in Kingdom Hearts more for the chaos and like wacky stuff than I am for the tight gameplay.
Yeah.
The gameplay's great. It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a couple of criticisms, but it's stuff that's been fixed, right?
Yeah.
Like the only thing that I really had issues with was like the attraction flow stuff popping up a little too often.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, I liked it well enough.
Yeah,
I'm not
same
gonna
here.
say I think Remind made it way better.
Yes.
Like going back,
100%,
like if I had
yeah.
to go back to pre-Remind, I'd be pretty upset. But it was like whenever this is the second time I've made a steak reference. It's like having a really good steak and having a really, really amazing steak. That doesn't mean that the first steak wasn't really good.
Facts.
It's just that
Facts.
you're gonna take the amazing steak over the really good steak.
I tell
And the
everybody
amazing steak was Remind.
all the time, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a good game that they made better with Remind.
Exactly.
Facts.
It's like Remind was just like the final mix.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. It's like, vanilla Kingdom Hearts 3, I've had issues with it, but overall, I loved it. It's like, bro, just holding the box in my hand, I was crying in my car.
cool,
Like,
yeah.
I've been waiting for this game since 2006, and I have it right here.
I remember, I think I said something to Burb on the way home. It's like, okay, I'm holding this game. please let's not get in a car accident and die. Because I play this game.
Yeah, I went to the midnight launch at GameStop, and there was a long line, people cosplaying. They did a quiz for the people that were there. It was a event, and when I popped it into my Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro, you're welcome. I popped it in there.
I'm jealous. Okay.
And yeah, I was a good 10 minutes just crying, looking at the title screen. I'm like, I'm about to play Kingdom Hearts 3. Like a 17-year-old me would be shitting his pants right now. I still couldn't believe it. So I played through the whole game. I loved it, but I did have issues. And I kid you not, man, Remind solved every single issue I had with the game. And now is my favorite game that's ever been made. When people ask me your favorite game, Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind. For me, I loved it. I loved it that much.
I love that. See, it's interesting in this fandom. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love the Kingdom Hearts fandom. I don't love certain parts of the fandom because I was about to make a point. The fact that I had to consider not making the point, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Go ahead.
See, when it comes to these things, whenever you build like your identity around it in a healthy way, that's cool. But whenever you're the kind of person who hears me, like I'll say right now, Kingdom Hearts 2, one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah.
It's got some flaws. It has some issues.
It does,
it has some serious issues. And if you're the kind of person that's like, I would love to know what he had an issue with. However, thank you, JK29209. This right here is the exact amount of glizzy that should be on the screen at any given time in any piece of content you consume. Anyways,
I love it.
Anyways, it has issues. And if you're the kind of person that's like, I would love to hear his thoughts. You have a healthy relationship. If you're the kind of person that's like, I don't like this guy, I'm really upset. Maybe reevaluate your relationship with the media you consume, right? I'm a big Kingdom Hearts like brain rot person. I'm not gonna hate on somebody for disliking the thing that I like.
Exactly. The amount of people that attack other fans for saying, I love Kingdom Hearts 3, and then they pounce on them. That's actually my next question is like, when the game came out, it split the community in half. Some people liked it, some people loved it, some people hated it. So it's like, why do you think it split the community? Why do you think some people did not like it so much?
So what's funny about that is that I was like not until I started doing YouTube stuff, the most I was involved in community stuff outside of like classic forums is like just like playing games with friends over Discord, people that I met in video games and stuff. I was not on Twitter. I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't on any of that stuff. So I wasn't like seeing all the issues. I didn't realize that people had the issues that they had. I didn't realize that there was like this whole like, like community split thing happening. So like my exposure to it has been people that I've met since telling me about it and saying, oh, it's probably for the best that you weren't around then, because it doesn't sound like it was a good time for anybody involved. Because like right now everybody is kind of trauma bonding over the fact that we're not getting anything lately. Mm-hmm. So I think that's weirdly enough, the lack of things is kind of sort of bringing people together in a way, which it sucks. But at the same time, I don't want to see what happens when Kingdom Hearts 4 has something divisive in it, because that's going to be, because here's the thing. I 100% intend to review that game. And nice. if I win the freaking lifetime, like it would be a bucket list item to get an early access copy, I'm not going to know what the general populace thinks. My review is going to come out release day, and if I say something that bothers people, I'm not going to have any idea ahead of time. So that's going to be fun. I really hope the game is good and everybody likes it.
It's going to I mean, just looking at the screenshots alone, and that's actually my next question is NIOSAI, when the fuck is Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out?
I'm gonna say something that will also upset some people. I wholeheartedly, especially based on those screenshots, believe Kingdom Hearts 4 is probably still very early in development, like earlier than anybody, like, because I want it to be out. I want it to be out soon.
Yeah.
I can tell you now, that game is still got at least a couple of years left in the cooker. It's not late next year. I'm telling you that now. We're going to get that thing maybe 2027, maybe winter 2027, because why are all the screenshots that we saw, like, I know they don't want to do world reveals and a bunch of screenshots. Those screenshots were just to appease us, but they were all also like in one general location. They didn't even like they didn't try to show anything outside of just city streets, right? And also random library that had nothing interactable in it, for the record. It was just a chandelier and some platforms, which that's not going to be what that area looks like in the final game. People are going to be making comparison shots. I think that the game is genuinely like, if 100% of the game is what we get on release day, I bet you they're still probably in the first like 25 to 30% of developing this thing. Now, I do think that they'll probably prioritize putting like personnel on the game to get it out after like the third part of Final Fantasy VII Remake and stuff is out. I just think that people are really hoping, like people in their heart want it, like fans that have gone for so long without this, are wanting it to be further along than it probably actually is, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, we're looking at probably winter 2027.
So you think
after
FF7 Remake Part 3 comes out?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can actually listen. I'm not the kind of person that makes like guarantees that I wouldn't. I guarantee right now in this moment, we are getting Remake Part 3 before KH4. I guarantee.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
That.
Because I believe 2027 is the 30-year anniversary of FF7. I think. So I think they might release it on that year for that reason alone.
I mean, they already have because the transition from Part 2 to Part 3 was probably pretty smooth.
Yeah.
I would even bet 2026 like winter. I can see that.
Yeah.
Because like again, they're not like crazy. They're not building stuff from the ground up. They already have the engine. They already have the characters. They already have like things built in. The only thing that they're gonna struggle with is adding in the and they've been open about this. Adding in like the open world stuff.
Yeah.
So, I think that if anything, we're gonna see it late next year.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna have a trailer early next year. I think the game will be. Yeah, I agree with Burp. Either late next year, or early 2027, like January, February 2027. Which that would still actually it doesn't matter. That would still be in the same financial quarter. That would be Q4.
Yeah.
So. Q4 2026.
Gotcha. Honestly, I'm on the same board with that too. I've been saying since day one because it usually takes 4 years to make a game, but with Square it might need another year. So 2026 would be. But if they need more time, take your time. No problemo with that. So Neo, what world would you like to see in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Well, what would I like to see in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yeah.
You know, I want to make a joke answer here because Disney now owns so many franchises. Like
so many.
Imagine how ridiculously stupid like a Family Guy world would be.
Oh my god, I love that. That's the best answer we've had on the show ever.
That's not something I want actively, but just imagine, right?
Yeah.
And as much as I want Star Wars, I think starting with Episode 4 is not the greatest idea, in my opinion. Because, like, how do you do the prequels after that? And also the prequels, way closer themes, right? Way closer themes to Kingdom Hearts and, like, you know, going from good to bad and then bad to good, which I guess maybe that's why they're going with Episode 4, so Darth Vader can be redeemed. But at the same time, I would love to see Riku have to deal with, like, Anakin Skywalker getting slowly consumed by darkness. So, I don't know. But no, when it comes to actual worlds, believe it or not, because I've been interviewing people and asking them that sometimes, I heard an answer from, I think it was it Violin? I think it was Violin. I want to, because Square Enix they're wizards on a technical level when it comes to like Unreal Engine and making beautiful environments. I want to see them tackle, and not even because like Coco is not my favorite movie, but I want to see them tackle it for the environments alone. Because that would be crazy.
Coco would be incredible.
It would be so fun.
And you know what, Neo? That's the one world. All my guests mentioned Coco. It's always that one world.
And can I tell you why I think we actually might get a Coco world?
Why?
What is that movie about?
Death.
What is Kingdom Hearts 4 tackling?
Death.
I think that it makes so much sense. Yeah.
I personally want Treasure Planet. That's what I want. Treasure Planet, I've been asking for years. That would be incredible to see Treasure Planet.
The issue with Treasure Planet, I feel like, especially if they're doing Star Wars, is that I don't think they're going to want to do two kind of like space adventure-y things, you know?
I can see
now,
that,
I will say, because we're getting Star Wars, if they don't do some kind of like cool Star Wars crossover stuff with the gummy ship stuff, I'm gonna be really mad.
Well, apparently, from the first trailer, we're already that one leg thing you saw in the trailer. Apparently,
That's an
is a Star
ATST.
Wars. Yeah. So maybe, maybe
That's
we'll
how we
see.
know. For the record, that's how we know it's gonna be the sequels, like the not the sequels, but the original trilogy, because ATSTs don't timeline-wise show up until the Empire is at its peak. I'm sorry, I'm getting nerdy, but ATSTs, and also it's on Endor. ATSTs do show up on Endor, and that planet looks like Endor. So
Gotcha. Okay. So, now going back to the trailers, how many
sorry,
trailers
and
do you?
the forest moon of Endor. Sorry.
Just to be clear, for that one person. Actually.
Somebody somewhere is like, I have to correct this man right now.
Yeah, I can see that. Someone, actually you'd. But, yeah, so when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailers, whenever they start promoting the game, how many trailers do you plan on watching?
I think this is something I've said. This is what I believe to be the best way to handle these trailers. If you don't want, oh hey, another raid. What's up?
Hi there, Goddess. Thank you for the raid. Shout out for Goddess, please. Thank you, Bambina.
That's huge.
Thank you, friend.
So, I think this is my professional advice. Next Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, watch it. However, once we get a release date, once we have a release date, watch at most one more trailer.
Yeah.
Then stop. Then just stop.
100%.
Because
100%.
they will show stuff from the ending out of context. They're gonna do it. They did it with 3.
Yep.
I think they even did it with 2.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You will regret it. You'll be like, I think that showed me too much. But
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, the second we actually have a release date, if you want to go in as like just as unspoiled as possible, just stop. Just cut it off there.
Yeah.
Resist the temptation.
Yeah, unfortunately, after the Dark Aqua reveal trailer, I stopped watching trailers, and I'm so glad I did, because a lot of the things, like, spoiler for Kingdom Hearts 3, like, Yin-Sid showing up, Lingering Will showing up, the final boss of every world, every Keyblade transformation, even the opening, even a bit of the ending, they spoiled! So, like, all of that was a surprise for me.
Them releasing an abridged version of the opening ahead of time was actually excellent, because it wasn't the whole thing, and they cut out arguably some of the best parts.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and whoever made that decision needs to be making the editing decisions for the trailers.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch probably maybe 2 more trailers, and that's it. Because I mean, they might spoil everything again. But moving
Just
from
mute all Kingdom Hearts related words once that happens.
Facts.
Continue, say.
Moving from one Kingdom Hearts topic to another, let's talk about Reconnect.
Okay.
What is happening in literally like 5 days from now, I think. So
Yep.
Neo, what are you most excited about for Reconnect 2.0?
Genuinely just meeting people.
Yes.
That's the main thing. Like, I'm up for an MDA. That's not even the
Woo!
thing that, like, I'm most focused on. I'm most focused on just meeting people and hanging out and having a good time, and actually, like, how do I say this in a way that doesn't make it sound like I'm trying to do a Kingdom Hearts pun? Thanks, Bambina. I'm trying to see. I was going to use the word connect, and I realized no, can't do that. I want to. Online friends are still friends.
Yes.
For example, Bambina, I consider one of my actual best friends.
Besties, yes, 100%.
I have not met her in person, but I will at Reconnect, and I think that's really, really cool. Same with like quite a few people. I'm gonna meet you.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'm gonna meet. I'm gonna meet Dallin. I'm gonna meet Latrix. I'm gonna meet. I think of a person that's at Reconnect. I'm probably gonna meet him, and it's gonna be
Everyone,
super cool.
yeah, everyone, not just Bambina, everyone in chat. Like, I look forward to meeting every single one of you. Everyone,
Yeah,
from
everybody in
Oath
chat
to
right now,
Aqua
if
to
you're at
Cage Guys. When I see you, expect the biggest bear hug of your life. It's been 2 years since I've seen you, so trust me, you are gonna get showered with appreciation. Can't wait for that.
Everybody in this chat that's gonna be at Reconnect, say hi to me.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, you're gonna look at my spouse and be like, they seem kind of shy. No, it's not. I'm not to expose you, Burb. Burb, we have like an opposites attract kind of situation, where I am very, very much a extrovert. Burb is not. Burb is an introvert. So if you see us, approach. I'll say what's up. Can't promise a bear hug unless you want one. But Also, the way you're seeing me right now, I'm not this pale. I just have bad lighting in here. I am not a ghost. I promise. But no. Yeah, no. I just want to meet people.
Same
you know?
here. What
it'd,
now?
It'd be cool to win the award for the record. It'd be
Yeah.
cool. But even if I don't, I'm still very much looking forward to it.
Vote for NIOSAI, chat.
Video essay.
So, yeah, tomorrow is the last day to vote, so if you haven't voted yet, please turn in your votes, please, and thank you, yeah. So, what about the panels? Which one are you, like, looking forward to and stuff?
The yoga.
Yes,
The
I was
yoga's
gonna say
be
that,
great.
The yoga with
That's
Bambina,
gonna be
and
fire.
I know what you're thinking right now, Bambina. You are not about to get me to do the scorpion pose on stage. I will die. No. I love you, but hell no.
Bambina actually privately leaked to me. We're starting with like a full handstand followed by a split. Like a full like split. And anybody that can't do it, we're waiting for them to finish doing the full split before we can continue. And no one's allowed to leave either. You have to sign a contract.
Well, guys, if you promise there's like an ambulance on the side, I got you. I got you.
Also, you have to do a standing backflip. She really leaked a lot of the details.
Backflip.
And like a standing backflip. So there's like a backflip, right? No, the standing backflip. You have to be standing and then land exactly where you're standing. You can't take a step forward or back. Crazy. Bambina is straight up going to destroy everybody there.
It is,
it's pretty intense stuff.
We're all gonna go partying the night before, so we have to wake up extra early for that.
I just want to throw this out there. I unironically did watch Bambina do a handstand the other day. That actually did happen. That was crazy.
Talent.
I was joking, by the way. This is supposed to be like a beginner-friendly yoga thing. Please don't think that any of that stuff I just said was true. Unless she like snaps from between now and the event. It seems like she's keeping in mind that people are like super like not everybody. Listen, we're video game people. I guarantee. I'm gonna point at you. You viewer watching this, you've never done yoga, and if I'm wrong, you're probably in the vast minority because you play video games.
We're the video game boys. We don't do yoga.
I say this with love because I play video games and I have never done yoga. If you have done yoga, that's.
I have done yoga. Yeah, Bambina inspired me to do yoga, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's torture, but you actually feel much better afterwards. Facts. Bambina, you are a psychopath. I see what you're typing in chat. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to a yoga and the rave. The rave, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the rave until recently. I'm ready.
Oh,
for that.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I've heard there's gonna be karaoke.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
there.
day one. I can't wait. I pop the champagne, pop some drinks. We doing karaoke. Fuck yeah! With the spaghetti bros. Sign me up, all the way. But honestly, it's just, man, for me, just going to the one in 2023 to now, it really is going to be just like a reunion. It really is, because I'm looking forward to the panels and stuff, but just seeing everyone again, that's the best feeling in the world, man. It really is. And we are all gonna cry when we have to go home. I definitely did. Like, we're gonna have so much fun, and then when it's time to go, we're like, no, I don't wanna go home.
There's gonna be 2 moments that I cry. One of them is when everybody has to leave. The other one is whenever I have to see Nobody Daxian's face. That could make anybody cry.
I get what you mean.
Beautiful.
Daxian he told me about the little rival, about the little brotherly thing going on between you two, and that's hilarious. Shout out to Daxian. Love you, buddy.
That dude sucks.
He does. Anyway, moving on.
He's one of my best
love you,
friends,
Dax.
and I hate him.
We love you, Dax. We love you.
We do love Dax. We do love Dax. But you can't tell him that.
Well, he can watch the VOD, and he will know.
I hope like he like is like tuned out and doing something else during that moment where I
probably knowing him probably twerking.
I hope he like steps away to go have like a twerk break, and then he comes back and he's like, what did I miss?
The twerk queen will be there. If there was an award for best twerker in the Kingdom Hearts community, Daxian. Making them butt cheese claps. Anyways,
I don't know about that one. We can move on.
moving on. Yeah. So, like, what are some of the things that you look forward to outside of Reconnect?
I don't know. Like, I hate to make it like a basic answer. It's just gonna be hanging out with people. Like, I've never been to Denver, so that'll be cool. But I'm just gonna be hanging out with people and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, the actual event, I'm sure is gonna be great. And I'm pretty stoked to, be like, go to these panels, do all this cool stuff. But yeah, no, the most exciting part to me is just like interacting. Like when I went to PAX West, last year, we went with a handful of people like Dax, Low-Key Matt, Prodigy XCD was there.
Nice.
And it was just so much fun. Like, the most fun I had was hanging out with them. PAX was great. It was awesome. But hanging out with them was amazing. So that's kind of where I'm at,
Oh man, I just like when we make eye contact, bro. It's on sight. You are getting a hug. You are.
I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down. I'll match your energy. I'm a big hug person. I don't like saying I'm a hugger because it makes it come off like,
I know
"Where's
what you
my
mean,
hug?"
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to anybody. I'm just saying that if I'm comfortable with you,
Yeah.
tell me ahead of time that you don't want me to hug you because
Yeah. Same
I
here.
probably will by default.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
I don't want
consensual
to hug
hugs
that doesn't
only.
want to be hugged.
Yes. Consensual hugs only. Yes. So I have one.
Actually,
Go on.
real quick, I just want to throw one anecdote out. I can prove that I'm a big hug person in that I left my hometown to move across the country with my mom at the age of like 9. And then when we moved across the country, I didn't actually see any of that family until I was 16. And obviously I looked and I was very different by that point. And I went back with my sister for a funeral. And my uncle, when he sees me, he goes in for a handshake and I hug him because like, what? I'm not gonna handshake my uncle, huh? I haven't seen him in years, and he thinks I'm gonna shake his hand and not hug him. But yeah, anyways, that's to tell you the kind of person I am. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about hugs that are like handshake feels like weird. Like you're a person that I care about. Why are you trying to shake my hand? We're not making a business deal. Like what's? Anyways, what were you gonna say?
The last question I have for you is for all of your viewers watching us right now, what is some of the upcoming content they can expect from you?
Obviously Kingdom Hearts Part 3. That's in the cooker. I'm also okay. I mentioned this earlier.
Hi, Katie.
I'm working on something that it's more of a test. I hope it works out. Hi, KT. I hope it works out. The idea is my videos, when I first started making videos, were like, 20, maybe 30 minutes long. And if they got longer, I would break them up, right? However, I'm doing something a little bit different. And it's going to be called Turbo Mode. And the goal is to put one first, right? Just as kind of like a test the waters. Because, for example, my original Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm video, it was one video, about 20 minutes long. Not that good, honestly. Or it was more like 30 minutes long. However, now I actually ended up remaking that for a Naruto supercut I did. And it was well over an hour, I think, if not longer. And so I'm like, obviously my content's getting longer and longer. And for some people, they like it. They like the longer content. But some people, I can tell, like some of the regulars, only really show up whenever it's like something bite-sized, right? Whenever it's like you don't have to dedicate an entire evening to watch my video.
Yeah.
So the idea is Turbo Mode is going to be, I'm going to go revisit videos, like video game series that I've done that, like for example, Ninja Storm is going to be the tester one because it's a safe topic. People like Naruto that follow my channel. It's going to be Ninja Storm Turbo Mode. It's going to be essentially 20 minutes or less. Here's my current production value, but my original kind of length when it comes to those. So it's not going to be as detailed, but that's why there's the longer version. And eventually the goal is to remake all of them, 20 minutes or less, have all of them, and then in the future, anytime I make a new video, even if the video is 6 hours long, there's a turbo mode version that will follow maybe a week later. And so the Ninja Storm video is almost done. It clocks in at like 19 minutes or 18 minutes or something.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just brand new. I reuse a lot of footage because why would I replay something that I played super recently anyways? But It's just like a condensed version. Gets through the facts. I give some opinions on it. Move on. You can watch it during a lunch break instead of having to put it on, watch 3 hours, fall asleep, wake up, don't remember where you stopped, go back, probably give up. So yeah, I just want to make something that can appeal to the people that, like, I am not the ideal audience for a NIOSAI video. I have bad attention issues. I could not sit down for multiple hours to. I love Kingdom Hearts to death. I could not watch multiple hours of it in like one sitting like that. So, yeah, that's kind of like that's what's on the precipice. That's what I'm working on. But yeah, we have Kingdom Hearts Part 3, and then I'm slowly getting the cogs turning for the next big project. And I have revealed this before, but I have never revealed it to this many people at once.
Okay.
And that is my next big project, which it's not going to be the only thing, because I'm going to release smaller scale videos in the meantime. Next big project after Kingdom Hearts is done is every numbered Final Fantasy game and every sequel to those Final Fantasy games. And I am going to, at some point in the near future, start reaching out to creators to do that, similar to how I've been doing the Kingdom Hearts videos.
That is so much work. Good luck, buddy. Wow. Good luck.
Fortunately, I've already beaten. Like I've been recording a lot of me playing Final Fantasy. So I've already got a lot of footage. Like most of my 14 playthrough has been recorded so far. Okay. So yeah, it's very daunting, but I can do it. The older ones aren't that old. Like the older Final Fantasy games aren't even that long. Like they're long. I think 1 through 3 not that long. 4 is where it starts to get longer. 5 is longer. 6 is ridiculously long if I remember correctly. But yeah, no. So like the idea is Final Fantasy 1. And now when it comes to the version of Final Fantasy, that's gonna be controversial because I'll probably feature the OG versions, but I'm gonna probably focus on more of whatever the most accessible thing for a vast majority of people is gonna be. So it'll probably be the pixel remasters for 1 through 6.
Yeah.
But with Final Fantasy 4, for example, I'll also play the sequel. With Final Fantasy 12, I'll play Revenant Wings. 13, I'll play 13. I'll play 13-2, and I'll play Lightning Returns. Now, with the MMOs, I can't promise I'm going to get through all of them, because 11 has like 20 years of just content. I will do my best, but I can make no promises. But there will be story synopses like the Kingdom Hearts videos. So at the very least, I will do the story synopsis. So
all right.
But the way, just one last thing, and I'll stop yapping.
Yeah, that's fine.
The format for this one right now, tentatively, with Kingdom Hearts, it's just whatever I can fit in a reasonable length to release to YouTube. It's been 4 to 5 hours on average. For Final Fantasy, it's going to be a weird release, because I'll probably do like 1 through 3 in one video. I'll probably do 4 after years, 5 in one video. 6 might just be its own video. 7 might be its own video. You know, like I'm gonna group them in a way that makes sense, but they might be staggered. But that means they'll come out faster. So.
Wow. Well, I will be there day 1, bro, to watch them videos. I can't wait. I mean, if you ever want to tackle the Persona games, like 1 through like 5, that is also gonna be a lot of work.
I was actually talking to Bourbon Bambina recently. I played Persona 5 as my first Persona game.
Nice.
And me and Bird played it together, and we got over 100 hours in. And then we stopped. I don't know why. We just stopped. However, Royal's come out since then, so I'm like, might as well restart. I think soon I'm gonna do like a leisure playthrough of Royal, like within the next couple of weeks, like just like not even for content. I'm gonna record the whole thing, but I think I just want to. I've been like wanting to play it. So yeah, so that's gonna be daunting because Persona games are very long, but
they are. I'm already 100 hours into P3 reload, and I'm like probably not even halfway done. I love the Persona games. We love Persona in this house. They're so good, yeah. So with that being said, we are gonna wrap things up now with the fan favorite section of the show called Top 10 Questions on Motown Downtown.
I'm ready. There's a lot of energy. Let's go. Let's do it.
Top 10 questions. Better get your answers ready.
Where I will ask my guests 10 questions courtesy of Inside the Actors Studio. So, NIOSAI, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright.
Sorry for talking through that.
It's fine.
I was just getting hype.
I believe that. So, what is your favorite word?
That is a What is my favorite word? something I've never considered before. Gosh, is there a word I use a lot? Is there a word that's like that I like just throw out there for no reason? Oh God, yeah. I'm about to spoil the Wordle for everybody. Today's Wordle was Baylor.
Baylor.
Anyways, that's not my favorite word. Maybe like Binkle is a good one, Burb. But that's a fun made-up word. I'm trying to think of like a real word. Dingus. Actually, I love dingus.
Dingus.
I will call any animal that does something dumb or something cute, but is they're just dumb. That's a dingus. That's just a little dingus.
The hashtag dingus. You love to see it. So,
Love dingus.
Yes. What is your least favorite word?
Well, I'm sure you can imagine there's a few that I would not even say.
Yeah.
But my least favorite word I'm willing to say, I'm not the kind of person that gets like weirded out by words though, is the thing. I mean, I guess it would probably be a word that its spelling makes no sense. Because like I'm like a big English nerd. So I'm trying to think like a word that like there's like a lot of words that make no sense.
If you're an English nerd, is the word ain't a word that you don't like?
No, because I'm originally from Alabama.
Gotcha.
So that was in my vernacular for a long. No, can the word be the name of something from a video game?
Yeah.
What do you call that Pokemon? It's from Gen 1, and it's the big dog, the big fire dog thing.
Arcanine?
See, and that's why it's my least favorite word, because it is supposed to be a portmanteau of arcane and canine, but for some reason, they're like, oh yeah, that police officer, look, he has a canine unit. I've dabbled in the arcane arts. No one's gonna it's arcanine. It's a pun. It's arcanine. If you're saying no, I hate that word so much because the official pronunciation makes no goddamn sense. Literally no sense. And whoever's watching this stream, if you say arcanine, I don't think less of you, but I judge you. I judge you hard.
I love that we have a crash out in today's stream. You love to see it.
No, you can't like the second it popped into my head, I was like, wait, no, arcane, canine. Arcanine? What? No!
Somebody please clip this. Thank you very, very much. So, moving on from that, but I do agree with that because I actually never thought of it that way. That doesn't make sense. You're right. I'll never look at Arcanine the same way again. So, what makes you happy?
A lot of things make me happy. The thing that makes me happiest is Burb. But apart from that answer, which is kind of a cop-out because it's the truth, but I don't know, just like feeling fulfilled maybe. Like doing things that I like rather than things that I just endure, I guess, if that makes sense. I think that's what would make me happy in general. So, yeah, that's what would probably, apart from my, literal spouse, just kind of being able to do things that make me feel fulfilled rather than just scrape by, if that makes sense.
Okay. Now, what makes you upset?
The word arcane. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Probably not meeting my own expectations for things. I have made the terrible decision of becoming a content creator, which means that I spend a lot of time putting my heart and soul into something only for it to perform like a wet fart. So I guess what makes me upset is feeling like I wasn't good enough. Like I've got a lot of self-worth issues, right? So just feeling like I'm not good enough is what makes me the most upset.
Well,
regardless of whether or not that's true.
Well, I'm telling you right now, buddy, you are worth it. Baby, you're worth it. Yes, you are.
Oh no, reverse card.
Hype in chat if you agree. So, what makes you upset?
People that
Wait, no, I already asked. Didn't I just asked that?
You did ask me that, but I'm throwing
fail.
That's why I threw
Epic fail.
the joke answer.
Epic fail. That was
people that unironically
the wrong one was highlighted. Let's move on from that. Do not clip that. Yes, you will though. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love? Wow. there a sound that I hear it and I'm like, yeah, this is good stuff? You know, actually, there's a sound that I love. It's the stupid like the meme horn. I love that. I don't know why. That's just a fantastic sound. Like at all times. Now if we're talking about like IRL sounds, I don't know, like. I mean, that is an IRL sound, but it's a sound effect. I'm like, I don't know if there's like an actual like. Well, hold on. At the beginning of most early Sega games, there was that Sega. Love that. Fantastic.
Amazing.
That's great. So
Amazing.
that's also in the running.
Okay. So, what sound or noise do you hate?
I almost made the darkest joke, so I had to be careful there. See, my mind actually went to a real dark place there. Not mentioning that sound. What is a sound I don't like?
I don't like the sound of getting spam calls. That's what I'm just like. Leave me alone.
I mean,
every
I feel
time.
like the sound of getting a spam call is. I feel like it's more of a conceptual thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
K-Tabulous, I 100% agree. Actually, the horn sound when somebody goes, bah, 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 it's just so good, especially if they're really good at it, which I don't think I am. But like, when it hits, it hits. So my least favorite sound. Yeah, you know, I have a pet peeve of like when things that are designed to work in a very specific way don't work in that way. And so they fail at their sole purpose, usually technology. So I'll have to say the Windows error sound.
Oh man, that's relatable. Yes,
Hate that sound.
for real. All right, NIOSAI, for the moment we've all been waiting for, what is your favorite curse word?
Does it have to be one that I use a lot? Because I have some favorites.
No, they'll list them.
I mean, if I had to choose a number one favorite, it would probably be like a European one, because they're just they sound innocent for some reason. They actually sound innocent, and if you said them here in America, nobody would bat an eye. But if you say them there, they're like, watch yourself, okay? Rapid fire them. So, see, okay, so there's one of them that I can't say because the meaning here is genuinely different from the meaning in somewhere like Australia.
Okay.
It's the C word. I'm not going to say it because it has a misogynistic connotation here. And I don't typically, like, I would never call somebody that.
Yeah.
I would, like, it's just one of those, like, it's funny when a dude, I watch The Boys.
Me too.
Watching Billy Butcher say that all the time is just fantastic. But, no.
Also, hi, Trouser. Shout out for a trouser, please. Thank you. Go on.
The main one that pops into my head, it's got to be bollocks.
Bollocks.
It's just such a fun. It sounds like something fun. But
Bollocks.
That's a curse word in Europe.
It is, yeah. It's all bollocks.
Actually, I will say. Hold on. I will say the word because you can actually use this in an empowering way. Don't clip this, but you can serve cunt.
Hey yo, care to elaborate?
Do you not? Have you never heard that?
Serve cunts. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, so it's a catch-all. Bambino does. Or okay, I have to throw out something. I'm what?
No, I was saying you're.
I wasn't prepared to tell this story. One night I was very drunk. I was hanging out with Burb and Bambina, and I was drunk, and I was trying to remember. I was I was trying to remember serving cunt. Let me just explain really quickly what serving cunt is. It can mean a lot of different things.
I love this.
I think the best way to easily explain it in like a really short and concise way, whenever a woman or a man, it could be a man too. It doesn't. It's typically women though. Whenever a woman is like very much looking good, feeling good, and confident, and straight up having that energy, got that great energy, right? They're serving cunt. And if they, especially if they have the fit, boom. But that night, I could not think of that phrase. I was like, what is it? Is it deliver puss? So yeah, that's turned into a meme. Because I was drunk as hell and could not remember that. Like,
I can only imagine how hard Bambina and Burb were laughing when you said that.
The fact that they're still mentioning it, like, probably months later at this point, yeah.
Hilarious. That is
It's
amazing.
really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, moving away from the C word now, serving C words. what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
You know, I went to college for journalism. I would not. I would actually tell you, if you're gonna pick between trying to be a YouTuber and trying to be a journalist, go the YouTuber route. Journalism is dead. It's not going up. It's only getting worse.
Yeah.
God, if I could have another job that wasn't what I'm doing now, basically, like I want to pursue. Actually, it's okay. This is kind of a cheating answer, but I've always wanted. I have this idea. And the thing is I wouldn't probably want to do this if it wasn't for me doing YouTube. I want to produce a documentary.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, that's genuinely a thing I want to do. And you don't have to spend very hard thinking about what it would be because there isn't one. It doesn't exist.
Good point. I would watch 100%. So now, what profession would you not like to attempt?
It would be about Kingdom Hearts, but not about the games themselves. It'd be about like the we don't know very much outside of like some interviews about like the development of Kingdom Hearts. We don't know like there's no like it's been documented and stuff, but there's never been like a documentary. Anyways, what is a job I wouldn't want to do?
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobs I wouldn't want to do. Trying to think. Like, it's not that I have. It's not like I don't have respect for people that do these jobs.
Yeah.
It's just that I would not want to do. Okay, I have a messed up back from like spending over half my life being morbidly obese. For the record. By the way, huge milestone revealing publicly. I am in Wonderland, 199 pounds. Let's go.
Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat. You're.
Yeah, but I still have a messed up back. Like, it's better now that I've lost a bunch of weight, but my back is still, like, just, it's excuse my language, my back is fucked. So, yeah, basically anything involving hard labor. Yeah, Burb clocked it immediately. Burb knew. Anything that, like, requires me to, like, lift something repeatedly, my back goes out. I used to work at, the Home Depot, and then followed by that, I worked at Lowe's. And I had to lift lumber and stuff a whole bunch, and there were days I had to go home because my back was so just messed up.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I could not. It's not that I have. It's not. I have a lot of respect for the people that do it.
Yeah.
I would be miserable the whole time because I'd be in so much pain all the time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, props to you for losing that amount of weight. I'm actually down like 12 pounds since I started working out.
Let's
Yay.
go. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm preparing for that yoga class. Oh, boy. So the last question is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I had to try really hard to not immediately make a joke because I was like, really? That's how you went out? But no, what would I like? I've always been a fan of like the whole like you can ask about statistics in your life. Like there was a video where it was like it made me think, yeah, if that's how it worked, I would want that. Like I'm not trying to be gross, but like, how many swimming pools could I fill with the amount that I peed over my entire life? I would love just to get some random statistics. How many times did I walk past somebody and I butterfly affected something like maybe like I bumped into someone and I butterfly affected it, which ended up leading to them getting really rich or dying? I would love to just know all these random little statistics that there's no way to know.
How many times did I rip ass my entire life? Just like something like that.
I think even God would lose count.
Well, one more round of applause, please, for our illustrious guest, NIOSAI. This is Big Papa with another raid. Thank you, Big Papa. Big Papa ETJ. I love when you call me Big Papa. He was our guest last Friday. Love you, Biggie.
Very
love
cool.
you. Yeah. So we are going to look for. I was gonna raid you, Big Papa, but we're gonna find another person to raid. And while I do that, give us some parting words, please.
I think that whatever you do in your life, do things that make you happy. But I would never tell you how to live your life, but I will tell you that what you should do in the near future is two things, okay? And I'm asking person watching this, do these two things. First, give love to whoever Mo decides to raid. Okay?
Woo!
Do that. Second, check out Washed the Pod, Bambina's podcast. It's really good. It's really, really good.
You got
I'm
to
telling
first. I was gonna say that one more shout out for Bambina and her amazing podcast, Washed. Check it out. And thank you, Bambina, for being a fantastic mod today. Love and appreciation your way, Bambina. Thank you for being a mod. Thank you. Check out Wash. Check out Wash. One more plug, please. But we're gonna go raid Xander. We're gonna go raid.
If you're not following him,
Yeah. Thank you to all the follows we've had tonight. We have like 4 new followers. Thank you all for the follows. But we're gonna go raid Xander real quick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Raid Xander.
Yes. So what's gonna be the raid message?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, the raid message. You are in charge.
Which one is he playing? Which one is he playing?
He's playing Xenosaga.
Which episode?
Oh God.
Episode 1.
Episode 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Serving puss.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
I think something about delivering puss.
There you go.
actually.
There we go. Well, let me copy that real quick. Bam. Paste that in chat. He'll be like, "What the fuck?" There you go. Copy and paste that in his chat. There you go. Yeah. There you go. And give him a follow. Give him a sub.
I hope that we know that it's not piss.
Delivery.
Hold on.
I mean, like, I feel like that would feel like both versions would be like.
Well, I don't know. Delivering piss has a very different meaning.
Very different
I'm not
meaning.
censoring myself.
Delivering piss from the how you're delivering puss. Chaos.
Zip,
I
we're
love it.
delivering
Chaos.
piss.
I love it. Well, everyone, I love you to death. Hearts in the chat for our guest today. I will be back in August for more Motown Downtown. See you next week for Reconnect. Love you.
Reconnect.
Bye bye. Bye. Mwah. Bye bye. There we go.